G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to do our tips for round 8. The first cap off the rank is Geelong and Carlton at Etihad Stadium, mate. Should be a big one for the Cats. How do you see it?
Yeah, we should have a big win, mate. I'm tipping us by 39 points. There's no reason why we shouldn't smash this side. Carlton are really struggling. They might respond, but you wouldn't think so after their terrible run of form. So
Yep.
they're there for the taking, and let's hope we can get the job done. What do you reckon?
We need to, mate. I've gone with Geelong by 20 points. We never traditionally thrash them. The last time we thrashed them was in 2008, back when we were the king of the caper. But yeah, as you said, they are probably the lowest of lows for a long time. So yeah, and we're in some pretty good form lately, so we should get a reasonably good win here, hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope so.
The next game we have St Kilda up against West Coast at Etihad Stadium again. 11 Etihad this round. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, the Saints have been alright, haven't they?
They've been pretty
Surprised a few. Everyone said they wouldn't win a game, and they weren't too bad against the Crows, actually. I've tipped the Eagles by 26. Sorry to cut you off there, mate. But I think depending on sort of Rewalt looks doubtful, but even Montagna, Geary as well.
Yeah.
So depending on a couple of selection table decisions, it could be a bit closer, but West Coast have been surprise packed and playing great footy, so
that's it.
Couldn't tip against them, even in Melbourne.
Exactly. I've gone with the Eagles by 42 points. I don't rate them at all, but they have turned a bit of a corner with the win against Port Adelaide and getting some really good wins and healthy percentage boosters lately.
Yeah, they can certainly smash a team.
Yeah, they've got the ability to do that, especially at home. I think they'll be a little bit better here. They've been in some great form. Even in Melbourne, I think they'll be too good for the Saints.
Yeah, solid.
Next game up, we have GWS and Adelaide at Spotless Stadium. This will be an interesting one, mate.
Yeah, I'm tipping the Giants here, mate.
He absolutely loves the Giants, this
I'm all over him, mate. I'm tipping by 15 points.
15 points.
15
Interesting.
points.
15
yeah,
points.
Yeah. I think they'll get the job done. I mean, they smashed Carlton. Crazy. And it's always tough for younger sides like that to come make the trip over. And Griffin was quiet. Ward was quiet early. Two of their best midfielders. They run so deep in that midfield. It just entices me, mate. It's fantastic stuff. So that's the reason I'm tipping it. I think it's my reason for tipping them every week is that midfield. But it is one of the best in the competition.
With Mummy.
And if they, Mumford, Cameron, some key posts in McCarthy, I think they'll get the job done here.
Bang. Yeah, the Crows go alright normally. I've gone with them by 6 points, so I've gone with no confidence.
Yeah.
Or with very little confidence, I should say.
Just the old gut feel.
Yeah, it'll be very close, and everyone will be tipping Adelaide because it's like Adelaide vs GWS. You tip Adelaide, so yeah, it'll be a tight game, I think, and it's spotless.
Yeah.
They're really good. GWS, even against some of the best teams, we did see they beat Hawthorn recently, so they're as good as chances as any to win this game. Adelaide aren't as good as maybe they were first perceived to be.
Yeah, true.
And their true colours have been revealed lately, and rightfully so. So, Crows by 6 for mine.
Yeah, very nice.
Gold Coast. And Collingwood, Metricon Stadium.
Yeah.
Big game here.
Don't the Suns need a win? Jeez. We talk about Carlton going badly. Well, the Suns, weren't they down by 100 points at three-quarter time?
102, yep.
That's unheard of in 3 quarters. That's just pitiful. I know they have injuries and that. I mean, you nearly got a game from the other day, mate. I don't have that many injuries, but they've got quite a few. But I'll still lose because not many coming back. Chesky's still out, Gaz is still out.
Sam Day, I think's out.
Yeah, Sard's still out. So I'll tip the Pies here by 5 goals. Richmond and Collingwood are playing at the moment, so it's tough to get a gauge. It's close there. I'm not fully sold on the Pies, but
You're definitely not sold on Gold Coast.
No, far from it. So 5 goals.
You're more or less not sold on Gold Coast than you are Collingwood.
Yeah, solid tipping strategy, yeah.
I like it. Collingwood for mine by 11 points. I think it'll be close. Gold Coast do need to respond at some point. Maybe a few players coming back, not too sure. But at Metricon, they generally play some good footy. But they've been very terrible this year in general. So I think it'll be a close one.
Yeah, nice.
Hawthorn and Sydney, it's a big clash. The MCG.
Yeah,
How do we see this one panning out?
Yeah, good game. Is it Saturday night, is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to watch. But I've gone the Hawks by 9 points. They get Lewis back this week, isn't it? He only got the 2 weeks, I think. So they get 1 back, and that's a massive in for them. The Swans were impressive against us. Played some pretty good quarters here and there, but yeah, Hawthorn certainly had their measure in some big games in the past.
They have.
So I think the Hawks will get the job done here.
Very good. Will Hodgie play against the Swans?
Was he suspended for 3?
Yes.
How many weeks has it been?
It was North Melbourne possibly last week.
Yeah,
so
I feel like Lewis comes back this week and it's Hodge the next, but...
We'll find out once we probably go after the video, but
yeah.
I've gone with the Hawks by 17 points. They certainly know to get the job done against Sydney in the big game. I almost feel like Sydney are wanting to respond from that loss in the grand final as well, so that gives them an edge up. But Hawks at the MCG usually beat Sydney no matter what.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree there.
Except for the 2012 grand final. But Fremantle up against North Melbourne at Domain Stadium. Danger game for the Dockers here.
Yeah, another good game. 2 good games this round.
Yeah, a couple of nice ones.
They're not tough to pick, but they could go either way in a way.
Yeah, I agree.
I've gone the Dockers by 21 points here. They're in fantastic form. The Doggies took it up to them for probably the second half mainly.
Yeah.
But North Melbourne, you just never know with them. They have the ability to cause an upset anywhere.
They do.
But you couldn't tip against the Dockers in the form they're in.
No, I've gone with Fremantle by 4 points. So
Close one.
Yeah, it'll be a tight game. North Melbourne got in there last year, very surprisingly.
Yeah.
At Domain Stadium, or what would have been Patterson Stadium. So they certainly have the capability to get the job done against the Dockers. So, it's a bit of a flip of the coin, but Fremantle more accomplished and you know what you're going to get from side.
Yeah.
So, I've gone with the Dockers there. Essendon and Brisbane at Etihad Stadium.
Yeah, Bombers for mine. I've tipped them by 40 points here. They're just starting to get back to a bit more attacking footy, I think. The last couple of weeks, they've showed a few more signs, and I just think, the Brisbane Lions are struggling a bit too, aren't they? I know they beat the Blues, but you would expect they would lose to Port Adelaide in a couple of hours. I might get shown up in hindsight, but you would expect they will be coming off a loss.
Yeah.
So I think the Bombers showed a bit more, and I think they'll have a win here.
You'd like to think so. I've gone with the Bombers by 50 points. I think they get the job done pretty comfortably here. Home ground really helps. I don't think it matters where it's played at, to be honest. Just travelling much better than Brisbane are travelling, and they've put in some pretty good form lately.
Yeah.
Good game against North.
Yeah, it was.
They got back to the basics.
It's always the basics.
Even though did they ever get away from them? Is that the real... Yeah. Do teams go away from it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then have to go back to it.
I think we even have a video on that, to be honest.
Overcomplicated,
No, we did have a video on that. Why do players overcomplicate the game? Go check it out if you want.
Plug.
Melbourne up against the Doggies at the MCG. This will be an interesting game.
Yeah, maybe. I think the Dogs by 38 points, mate.
That's not interesting then.
Could be worse. Actually, the Dogs sort of waiting for them to fall down. I know they've had a couple of losses, but look, they've played 2 really good halves of footy in the last 2 weeks, but they've still come away with losses, of course.
Yeah,
losing
to
the Saints and the second half against the Dockers was alright, but the D's, after that 100-point loss, they'll be shocked with the confidence, I think.
Definitely.
Will Hogan be back? Will Watts be back? I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Dogs will win pretty comfortably here.
Yeah, the Dogs could have 4 or 5 out and it wouldn't make a difference.
Shout out to our Melbourne fans.
Western Bulldogs by 26 points, I think. They're going reasonably good at the moment.
Yeah.
They're getting some pretty good form happening. Melbourne won't mount too much of a challenge, but I think the Dogs will be too strong for them.
Yeah.
Pretty simple one on that one. Port Adelaide up against the Tigers at Adelaide Oval. How do we see this one all panning out?
Yeah, I've gone Port Adelaide by 29 points.
29?
It was pretty brutal last time. That's in Adelaide, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, obviously that final, the Richmond boys won't be getting too much sleep.
No.
Memories of that, but Port Adelaide haven't quite been the side we expected so far.
They've almost gone backwards, I feel.
Yeah, in a way, I'm not sure how they have. I know they've had a tough draw, but there's something not quite clicking at the moment. But I'm sure they'll build into it and find it somewhere. But I think they'll have the capabilities to get the job done over the Tigers here.
Sounds good. I've gone with Port Adelaide by 45 points. Not quite the same as the final margin for last year's final, but I think they'll get the job done reasonably comprehensively. Tigers do have a good record against them, traditionally, but I think traditionally not at Adelaide Oval.
No.
At Amy Stadium, it's not too bad. Not be playing there though.
Them names.
Yeah. So those are all our tips for round 8 of the 2015 AFL season. Feel free to comment your tips and share it around to your mates so they can put their tips in as well. Don't forget to like the video as well and subscribe. Keep subscribing to us because we just love seeing more subscribers. It's fantastic. It's a great feeling. So keep that great feeling going.
And next week, mate, I reckon we should tell them how many tips we've actually got.
That sounds like a good plan, mate.
Give a bit of an update.
Yeah, it's not going too good. I was at 25 at one point, and the rest are like 34 and 29. I'm like, oh, God, how far behind am I?
Because, the tipping expert just...
Yeah, it's not happening for many people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
we'll give them an update.
Pick him out of a hat.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks for sticking around, guys, and we'll catch us all next time.